How do you do? So let's do a small Luna session with Luna 2.0 Pro, and this time I will look into how to do hybrid workflow with Luna. Specifically if you are into outboard gear and wanna add those into your mixing or mastering phase to kind of get that analog vibe and mojo that you want to have in your tracks. And of course it is dependent on the devices that you use. I have done a video regarding on this where I highlight what I have in my studio, specifically the Chandler Mini Rack Mixer. And then I have the Rupert Neve master bus transformer and then master bus converter that I use to get the final sound out from the box and adding an analog flavor into it. So of course you can do a lot of things in the box, but if you want to do a hybrid workflow, this video is for you. Let's get going with Luna and how to get that set up. All right, so this is a basic project where I now run everything through. I'll run everything through a main bus, and there is no. Oh, I actually like I couldn't say that. Oh, I shouldn't say that. No analog gear is in. I am using basically a Lexicon MPX 100 as a reverb and delay unit, so I have added that to my OBX8 sound to give some space. So that's basically already there, and that's something that you can also utilize with Luna Pro when you have this hardware insert plugin. So I use it in track, but of course you could do also on track for it, and then you could route different instruments to have in the same space. But in this case, this is the only instrument where I'm using this external gear. Then what else do I have here? I have some Console 1 stuff that I have used, so they are just plugins. But anyway. Now I will show basically that how it sounds like without, and then I will do kind of I will explain what I have done. So here I have the Chandler Mini Rack Mixer, and firstly I run it there, and then it goes to the master bus transformer, and then from there the converter and back to Luna. And for that you need to of course do a bit of a configuration. So what I have done here, and what is my basically my system, is that I have an Apollo 6 and Apollo 16. 16 I use to put all the channels out to Chandler. So all the Apollo 16 outs go directly to the Chandler because it has 16 channels. So all those channels go directly there, and then from there it basically routes to MPD. I have actually done a video where I explain my setup, so I will link it over here as well, so you can check it out, that you know what the setup looks like. Here I'm now focusing on Luna and how to set up the Luna to get that thing done, and that's it. Also the master bus converter that returns, I'm actually using a AIS signal in. So I'm getting it digitally in, and then I'm just basically storing it into on track in Luna. So I send it analog out. Everything goes as analog all the way to the last mile where the master bus converter converts it into the digital format and then sends it back to Luna. And so that's basically the configuration that I have done, and these are the hardware that I'm using. And let's go back to Luna and see then over there. So I'll just play now a bit of the song. I can't actually use too much. I can't use the vocals because I don't have rights to that, as I did this for the mix contest, and so I will I will basically do a loop here that I will play, and that will basically now go through main. So there is no analog gear involved in this phase. So let's get going with that. All right, so that's basically without any analog gear, and then let's move on to do the mapping. So as you saw already, there is that I had basically how I use the Chandler. Let's go back a bit. Is that first 4 channels I use in mono, like kick, snare, bass, and vocal middle, so that I can push the vocals in the middle and you know, define how much it's in your face, and then of course the bass as well. So they are in mono. And what does that mean? I will actually also show you, because the Chandler also has true middle in a way that when you turn that on, you basically it's true centered, and same as in Neve console and API console, and in some other consoles also maybe. But yeah, let's do the routing. So as I have done all the mappings already in my hardware, and I have done the planning and about that planning also in video, now I just then go and basically then, you know, select the right channel that I want to send the you know, in this case I want to send all vocals into that. Then I have the drums. I want to send them into drums. Then I have a bass, which I want to send into a bass, which is a mono channel. So the bass will go there, and then I could also, the percussions I could send basically the same channel with drums, because that's pretty much usually what you do, and then an ambience type of an instruments I could basically, you know, then send to an ambience. Then all instruments I would send to instrument bus, or instrument bus I would route there. And then all effects that I have, I would basically then put into the effects. And of course I could use also the this for the leads. So the ambience I could basically do that as leads, as they are more lead type of an instruments in that respect. So that's now all the routing has been done over there. And one thing actually I could show you that what I meant with the true center, which easiest to demonstrate with bass, is that I solo the bass, and then I solo actually it in a way that I use only Chandler at this time, and then I solo it as well, and then I open the inside. So now if I play that part, and I'll just see that we have the bass over there. So now if I play that part, and so we should basically see the bass straight in the middle, and now if I take the true center away, you can also see that now it starts to kind of a, you know, bit you can actually pan it, so you can pan it to different direction, but it's not kind of truly centered. Like you can see that there is a bit of a fluctuation in it in that respect. But then immediately once I put it into true center, you can also hear that the bass comes a lot more stronger. All right, so that's one interesting thing that you get with these analog gears, or specifically certain analog consoles, and with Chandler Mini Rack Mixer. So that's that gives a quite nice sound. So sorry, let's now play a bit only with Chandler, so that it is not now it's not now using the digital conversion, or it's not using the master bus transformer either. So it basically goes to Chandler, and then from Chandler it goes to the main out. So let's then check it here as well a bit. Let's do like this a bit so that we see here what's going on in the track, and just double check that I don't, yeah, I have the vocals muted. So let's play a bit. Oh yeah, sorry. I need to of course take the solo out. Now you will hear something. Okay, so that was just now plain Chandler, and then you can, hopefully you can hear the difference when I actually route it now through the master bus transformer and also the converter. So now it will come digitally in as that Rupert Neve master bus converter does the digital conversion from an analog sound as a last step in my chain. And then basically sends it back to Apollo, and from Apollo it comes back to Luna, and then from there it goes out to main. So let's play now the whole chain. So that's basically how you can utilize analog gear in your setup in a hybrid way. So in this case I have used Apollo hardware, and I have pre-planned all the routings which I have described in my other video. Then what I'm doing here is that I'm sending kick and snare on top of that. I'm sending them into the drum bus. I'm sending them into the mono channels. I'm doing the same with the Vox middle as well, and the bass goes into mono channel as well. All the rest goes to the stereo channels in Chandler, and from there further to the analog processing, and then back to Luna. And here basically as my input I have the MPC, the master bus converter, as you heard on the last section, and then this channel I have reserved so that I have it coming directly from Chandler. So when I use that mix rack I can do things over there, and then once I'm happy on that end, then I push it forward to the MBD master bus transformer to finalize the sound and so on and so forth. But yeah, this is something that, how you can set things up, and how you can utilize a hybrid workflow with your Luna. Okay. All right, so that was basically how to do a hybrid workflow in Luna. Of course, it requires a lot of planning and building things up so that it goes smooth. But then from a Luna point of view, once you have configured your Apollo properly, you have all the lines, like all the channels, like in and out channels mapped correctly and named them, it's easy then go and pick the right channels for the right use, and then route audio out from Luna into your analog gear, and from there back to basically to Luna to get it recorded. So that's hopefully giving a good idea on what can be done, how it can be done. As mentioned also, there is a separate video where you can actually see my setup and how I have configured it. It gives you more insight on that. Hopefully you can check that out as well. Any comments, questions, please add them below. Happy to answer to any questions you might have. And remember to subscribe for my channel, like the videos as well. It's pretty important, so that more I get likes, the better it is for YouTube as well. So they know that I'm doing a great job if you think so. So yeah, hey, thanks for watching. Bye now.